All right, the hour of 8 o'clock upon us. We will get going on Transportation Committee. 4 members are present, Member Knapp, Member Abel, Member Abraham, myself. So we have a quorum. First on the agenda is the consent agenda, approval of minutes from February 6, 2024 regular meeting, and recommended approval of the bills to the county of $313,065.23. Do I have a motion? Motion by Member Abel, second by Member Abraham. Do you have any questions? Seeing no questions, all those in favor vote aye. Opposed, nay. Ayes have it, and the minutes are approved, and the bills are approved to the tune of $313,065.23. Do we have any appearances by members of the public or county employees?
We've had no requests for this meeting.
All right, moving on to number 4, departmental matters. Mr. Stokes, 4A1A, request approval of an Illinois Department of Transportation IDOT FY 2025 Section 5311 formula application for rural areas operating assistance. Do I have a motion? Motion by Member Abraham, second by Member Abel. Mr. Stokes?
Sure, thank you. So these first 4 items are kind of the annual show bus federal and state grant agreements that need to be passed by the county board and then approved by IDOT. And so the first one here is the federal Section 5311 operating grant assistance. And Laura Dick from Show Bus is here today. If you have any questions about Show Bus in general or the grant agreements, but like I said, this is the annual agreements that get done every year.
All right, do we have any questions? All right, seeing none. 4A1A, request approval of an Illinois Department of Transportation FY 2025 Section 5311 formula application. All those in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed, nay. And the request is approved. 4A B, request approval on IDOT FY 2025 Downstate Operating Assistance Program application for rural areas. Motion by Member Abraham, second by Member Abel. Mr. Stokes?
So this is kind of the same deal, only it's the state version of the operating assistance grant. I don't know, Laura, you might want to come up and explain maybe the difference in the two, if there is a difference.
Come up here to the front row there.
Good morning. The Section 5311 is, as stated, federal money, and it very rarely changes. It stays at flat usually, but this year we did get a slight bump. And the federal grant will match our administrative costs by 80% and our operating costs by 50%. The state money is done by appropriation, and it's supposed to go up by 10% every year, but very often it does not. That one is matches 65% of all eligible expenses, and it is allowed to use the downstate money to match the federal money, so it's extremely important. So those are the differences.
Any questions? All right, seeing none. All those in favor vote aye. Aye. Opposed, nay. And the request is approved for IDOT FY 2025 Downstate Operating Assistance Program. 4AC, request approval of a purchase of service agreement between McLean County and Show Bus for rural public transportation in FY 2025. I got a motion? Motion by Member Abraham, second by Member Abel. Sure.
So this is the annual agreement with the county and Show Bus to allow for Show Bus to provide these rural transit services in McLean County and the surrounding counties that they operate in.
Any questions? All right, seeing none. All those in favor vote aye. Aye. Opposed, nay. The request is approved of the purchase of service agreement between McLean County and Showbus for rural public transportation in FY 2025. 4AD, request approval of revised vehicle lease agreement between McLean County and Showbus. I have a motion. Motion by member Abel, second by member Abraham. Sure.
So this item is the lease agreement that with Showbus and for the county actually owns the vehicles and they get leased to Showbus. And a lot of times there's a capital grant that sometimes comes through this committee for additional vehicles, and then and so they rotate the vehicles out, or if some of the vehicles are decommissioned and then they get sold. So this is just kind of updating the lease that for their current stock.
Does anybody have any questions? No? All right, all those in favor, say aye. Aye. Opposed, nay. The ayes have it. The request is approved for a revised vehicle lease agreement between McLean County and Showbus. Moving on to 4AE, request approval resolution for February 27th, 2024 equipment letting and resolution of surplus property. Can I get a motion? Motion by member Abraham, second by member Abel. Mr. Stokes?
So this is, I think, our last big equipment purchases for 2024. We might have a small trailer to purchase. We're still kind of looking into that. But these two trucks, two of the trucks replace trucks in our engineering fleet, and then one of them will be in our maintenance fleet. And so these are purchases looks like, and then two of them will be from Barker Chevy in Lexington, and one is from Barker Motor Company in here in Bloomington. We did have some companies actually that were out of Detroit, Michigan that bid some Ford trucks on this, and but they didn't meet the whole spec requirement, and so we decided to go with some of the vendors that we've worked with in the past that met all the specs on that group. And then the resolution is for some of the vehicles, the pickups, and some of the tandem trucks that we're going to look to get rid of here in 2024. Some of them are a couple of them are to replace the trucks that we received 3 trucks in 2023, or I'm sorry, 2 trucks. And so 2 of those trucks will replace those once we get those fully up and running. And we get, now that hopefully we're through the winter, and we'll probably look to sell those on an auction site. And same way with the pickups that we'll replace as well.
Does anybody have any questions? I just wanted to follow. So where are we at? I know last year we purchased a few. Do we have any outstanding vehicles that we were looking at purchasing? I know in the past we've had problems with supplies and getting everything. I'm just curious if we've gotten everything that we've.
So for the 2023 vehicles, we have received everything that we put out for bid and ordered. And then I think last year we did it earlier in the fall, and so the 2024 tandem trucks, one is supposed to be here, I think the first part of April, and then the 2 other ones are supposed to be here second quarter of 2024. And then our brush cutter is supposed to be coming in here sometime in March. So I think everything's starting to improve on that front a lot better than what it was in the past.
Great. Anybody else have any questions? No? All those in favor vote aye. Aye. Opposed, nay. And the request is approved for a resolution for February 27th, 2024 equipment letting and resolution of surplus property. 4AF, request approval of resolution for the February 27th, 2024 construction letting. I get a motion? Motion by member Abraham, second by member Abel. Mr. Stokes?
So these are 2 resurfacing projects that we're going to do in 2024. They're both kind of similar in nature. So one's on Lexington Leroy. It goes from 165 from Route 9 to 165. And it's going to be a cold-in-place recycling project where they come in and till up the existing road they add emulsion to that mixture, and we'll let it cure out, and then we'll put a 2 to 2.5 inch overlay on top of that once everything's done. And the Hudson Road is similar. It's 2 miles long on the east side of Hudson. There is a little bit of, so we're gonna do the cold in place recycling out on the outside of town, and then do just a mill and resurfacing in town. There's some sidewalk work that we have to do in town to upgrade the ADA ramps and that. And so Rowe Construction was the low bidder on both projects, and these will be paid out of the motor fuel tax and matching funds.
Does anybody have any questions? All right. When, will this be a 2024 project? This will be done and completed this year?
Yes, yeah, but I think maybe the contractor's looking maybe to start in May, depending on the weather. The emulsion, the CIR cold in place recycling process is kind of weather dependent, so we got to make sure the temperatures are going to be where they need to for the reaction to take place. But trying to get a lot of this work out ahead of time because it might be a busy year for the local contractors.
All right. Any other questions? Nope. All right. All those in favor, vote aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. And the request is approved. The resolution for February 27th, 2024 construction letting. 4AG, request approval of a bridge construction petition for riprap installation on structures 057-3324 and 057-3325 in Bellflower Road District. Can I get a motion? Motion by member Abel, second by member Abraham. Mr. Stokes?
So we go out and inspect our bridges every 2 or 4 years, depending on how old the bridge is. And so so we kind of do this, and one of the things we look at is if whether scour's taking place and whether we have issues that can be addressed on kind of a maintenance item base. And so placing riprap here for, and this is on a township bridge, qualifies for a joint culvert to where it's a 50-50 split between the township and the county. So I do have some pictures here to kind of show what we're actually doing. So this is 3324, and so you can kind of see how the channel is kind of went here behind the piers on both sides. And so we'll come in and we're going to riprap in the front and then all the way up the slope here. So to help eliminate the erosion that occurs, and kind of the same way over here to fill that in as we do. We're actually doing a lot of this work right now because the weather's been good. We're doing, we've done already like 2 county bridges, and we're just starting on another township bridge from where we took a joint petition through from a few years ago that we just never have had a chance to get to. And so we're actually doing this work, and so it's kind of a good time of year for us. This is kind of another picture of 3324. You can kind of see a little bit better here, this how it's starting to erode. So that'll all be filled in with riprap. And then this is 3325. Can't see it quite as well, but you can still see it's kind of eroding there behind the piers. And so we'll try to get this all protected so we don't have any issues in the future. And so we had this issue quite a bit on a lot of our bridges, and sometimes the townships want to go ahead and move forward with it, and it's not critical quite yet, but it could be. And so we try to kind of push the townships along to do this type of work if it's needed.
Any questions? No? All those in favor, vote aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. The ayes have it. The request is approved of a bridge construction petition for riprap installation on structures 057-3324 and 057-3325 in Bellflower Road District. 4AH, request approval of bridge construction petition for joint culvert replacement number 1 in Allen Road District. Can I get a motion? Motion by member Abraham, second by member Abel. Mr. Stokes?
So this is another joint culvert project, only this one is just an actual culvert replacement project. the current culvert is a 21-inch round clay culvert with head walls that are sticking up out of the road. And so it's way undersized. And so we're proposing to put a double 30-inch pipe in here to accommodate the flow through there. So there's another one that we'll put on our list to do. The total cost is going to be $12,500, and it'll be split between the township and the county to do this work.
Any questions? No? All those in favor vote aye. Opposed, nay. And the request is approved of a bridge construction petition for joint culvert replacement number 1 in Allen Road District. 4AI, request approval of an engineering service agreement with Hitchinson Engineering, Inc. for Siegmiller 2 Bridge, Yates Road District, Section 22-31138-00BR. Can I get a motion? Motion by member Abraham, second by member Abel. Mr. Stokes?
So this is another project that we're looking to do here in 2024. We're gearing up to put it on a March 2024 letting. And it's a township bridge project. We just need additional assistance to help us on the inspection side when the project gets going. So this project is being paid out of the township bridge program funds. And so this is money that comes from the state, and it pays 80% of the project. And so we can also use it for engineering. And so the engineering will still be 80%, and then the township and the county will pay 10% each. And so so last year they quadrupled the township bridge money we get. So it allows us to do additional projects throughout the year, but also, that those take a lot of staff time, and with some of our other projects that we currently have on the books, we just need additional engineering help when they're actually building this. And so Hutchison has somebody available to do this work for us here in 2024. But we've done this. We did this a couple years ago on a bridge in Anchor where we had another engineering firm help us out. It does helps take some of the stress off our staff through the construction season.
Anyone have any questions? No? All right. All those in favor vote aye. Aye. Opposed, nay. And the request is approved of an engineering services agreement with Hutchinson Engineering for the Siegmiller 2 Bridge, Yates Road District, Section 22-31138-00-BR. Jerry, do you have anything else for us?
No, I'll just let you guys know that we did close down Lexington Leroy Road. They Stark Excavating started the Baker Bridge deck replacement project yesterday. So they're taking guardrail down. I think the first thing they're going to do is do that, and then try to get riprap in the channel, kind of to help prevent some of the scour issues we talked about earlier, and then start removing the deck. And then we had a pre-construction meeting for Seminary Street in Downs, and the contractor's looking to get started the first part of April on that project.
Yep. Does anybody have any questions? No? All right. Administrator Taylor?
Thank you, Chair Rogal. I have no items to present to this committee this morning.
All right. Other business and communication, our next meeting is April 2nd at 8 a.m. Does anybody have anything else? Nope. Well, then, see everybody in a month. We are adjourned. Thank you.
Thanks.